Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. This is obviously a disappointing VAR Vardy penalty. Leicester 1, Wolves 0. Your international fan reaction, some really interesting comments and matches and man of the matches from around the world. So without any further ado, let's go.
Hello all, this is Matt calling in from Berlin after Wolves lost 1-0 to Leicester. I was pretty gutted after the game, but as it's gone on, it's disappointing, but I don't think it's the end of the world. Things we know already, VAR is rubbish and the handball rule makes no sense and no one understands it. Things we know already, we don't start in the first half, so don't watch until 45 minutes. Other things we know already, Max Kilman plays futsal, or did. I'm not sure if you knew that. And other things we know already, that we don't score enough goals. And all those are on show in this game. I thought we didn't really get going at all first half, as is our want. And second half we were much better. And I assume people are going to be quite annoyed with the result, but if Neves' goal or strike goes in or Den Donker scores from 8 yards out, the 1-1 draw, no one's complaining, because that's the fairness, I think, or that's what the game should have been. Leicester created nothing. We defended really well as a unit, reduced them to 2 penalties. One of them, which is an absolute disgrace, honestly. What is football becoming? Like, do I want to watch it anymore? Like, what? Just cut people's hands off. Like, what is it? And that, different video, different day. The big issue for me is Raul. I don't know if he's got sleepiness from the baby or whatever, but he was off it today completely. Terrible decision making, terrible touch. That 3-on-3, didn't get released the ball, didn't play anyone in. That was a huge chance. And then when he doesn't play well, we don't function as a front three. That's the difference. You know, I thought, as I said, defended well, moved the ball well through midfield, but our front three was poor. And then when they don't play well, we don't score. And Fabio Silva, is he a footballer? Or is he a front man for a rock band who's like smuggled his way in? I'm a bit worried about him. Man of the match, for me, is probably Neves, followed by Cody at the back. Cheers. Have a good one.
Hey Dave with New York Wolves here, proudly wearing my poppy, as you can see. Well, it appears the curse of Sleepy Hollow continues. Our house in Stamford is on Sleepy Hollow Lane, and certainly appears to be cursed as far as Wolves matches anytime we watch here. Disappointing result. I think, you know, 2 really good teams going at each other, neutralised each other a lot. I think first half Leicester were definitely the better team, had more possession, more chances, without ever really threatening us. Not like we were under the cosh or hanging on or anything. They probably deserved the lead, but not through that penalty. I mean, in our day, it was, is it ball to hand or hand to ball? And I think on Kilman there, that's the definition of ball to hand, but obviously those aren't the rules anymore. I'm not sure anyone really understands what the rules are. Pretty certain they don't make any sense, whatever they happen to be. So really harsh. Vardy put it away well, but then I think to rub salt in the wounds, when they did get a legitimate penalty later on, Patricio saved it. So doubly harsh on us, I think. But I think second half we came back into it, played much better, had some really good chances. A fantastic world-class save by Schmeichel denied Neves what would have been a superb equaliser. Semedo put a nice ball across the box, which their defender just got a foot to when people were queuing up to tap it in. You know, I think we had chances in the second half. I think they said we had more possession second half. So I don't think Leicester could have complained if we'd equalised, but in the end it wasn't to be. I think in terms of performances, I don't think anybody was played particularly badly. I think Aiden did have a little bit of a struggle in this game, but he was always going to have a harder time against Leicester than Crystal Palace, and he is only 19, let's not forget. Vardy seemed to have a bit of a run of Cody a couple of times, but overall not too bad. Traore was pretty absent when he came on. I suppose he did have a few good runs, but he's not having the impact that we really need from him when he comes on. So not sure what's going on there. So overall, disappointing. We're still obviously trying to play this new way, and it is going to take a while. But I don't think there's any shame in losing to Leicester, a team that's, like us, going to be challenging for the top 6 this season. So on to the next one.
Hi guys, Andy here from Montreux in Switzerland. Sadly, we lost that one. We slipped to 8th. Leicester were, to my mind, the better team. Wolves were better in the second half, but in the first half they were a bit flat. I felt they could do more. They did not seem to have the same sense of urgency and desire to get the ball, win the ball and be on the ball going forwards, whereas Leicester chased everything down. And the penalty given away was a soft penalty, in my view. Was not a penalty. What could he do to get out of the way? I think the referee really, when they look at the screen, ought to be looking at it in real time, not in slow motion. My man of the match, Neto, for trying, running around. I do think he needs to improve on his finishing. He needs to get more clinical. And I would like to see more ball given to Adama when he comes on. I think he has historically been better in a wing position, moving forwards up the outside as opposed to inside. Jimenez didn't really get enough of the ball. I think a great strike by Neves, great save by their goalkeeper. So there were a few moments, but really we need to push more from the off and be a bit more consistent in our first half. We were a bit unlucky not to come away with the draw. Great save from Rui, who kept us in the game. And I guess we move on to the next one. Better luck next time.
Happy to hear. So the game just finished 1-0 to Leicester in a very tight game. Again, a few chances for Wolves, but so summary of the first half, Leicester had too much of the ball for my liking, and obviously everyone's going to be talking about the penalty. At half time, Jamie Carragher and Michael Richards said it wasn't a penalty, and I totally agree. And they did it in slow motion. VAR is a problem. It's not the technology, it's the referees behind it, and I don't know why it was given. To be honest with you, I think the rules are stupid. But second half, Wolves improved a lot and they deserved the draw, bringing on the likes of Traore, Marcel, and to be honest with you, it wasn't a bad game to watch, but it's not the most exciting game I've watched with Wolves, but I think they deserved the point in the end, and thank you for having me on, Dave.
Hello Dave, fellow Wolves fans, Brighton, Thailand here. Game's not long finished. Well done Anthony Taylor, referee. I don't understand it with these VAR decisions. How can it be given an handball? You're 4 or 5 feet away from somebody who's hitting a shot at 80 mile an hour or whatever it is, and it's somebody's hand and it's deemed handball. No, I don't get it. VAR got it wrong again, or the referee Anthony Taylor got it wrong. Second penalty was a penalty all day long, and thank God that Rui saved it. But it was a typical Wolves performance. First half, backs to the wall. No one, never in it. I don't think we had a shot on goal. Second half we came out much a better side. We had a couple of chances. Pedro Neto hit one, and Schmeichel made a save for the photographers, if there was any there. And then Ruben Neves hit a curler, and he brought a brilliant save out of Schmeichel in goal. On the second half performance, I thought probably could have deserved a draw, but it was just disappointing. You keep on reflecting back to a poor decision for the penalty.
This is Chris from Eidsvoll in Norway. I'm not going to say too much. A very forgettable game. First half, where was the intensity? I don't know what to say really. We found I feel like we found the right balance last week. And where was it today? Leicester played on Thursday night. Why not just go for them? Why start like that? And it's cost us. It really has cost us. Now, look, the penalty which was given by VAR, the handball, it might be correct according to the rules and to VAR regulations. However, it just doesn't feel right, does it? I mean, smashed right at him. Arms are used for balance. Anyone who's played football knows that. it just didn't feel right. The second penalty, there's no doubt about that. Luckily, Rui saved us on that occasion, not for the first time. But we couldn't have really complained had we got in 2-0 down after that first half. Very, very poor. Another poor first half. We've paid the price for it. That could have happened at Leeds. We got lucky at Leeds. Now, again, it's a very forgettable game. Second half was a bit better. Did we really threaten them? Not really. Let's be honest, apart from one shot. This is the reason why we will not break into the top 6 and certainly not the top 4. We don't score enough. We're too inconsistent. We don't threaten the other team's goal enough. And if you look at the goals for tally in the league table, that really tells the full story. We're a mid-table team this year. That's it, I think. Don't like saying it, it's true.
Good afternoon, guys. Paul here from Spain. You win some, you lose some. Not a good game, was it? I just don't. I don't think anybody was at the party today. Penalty, whether we like it or not, the referee gave it. So you just got to go on with these things. It's clearly the law that needs changing. Referees are given too much scope to actually work out whether it's a penalty or not. And I don't understand how a referee can watch the incident in slow motion, which always makes things look absolutely worse than they are, can really make a decision by that. But he did. 1-0 down very early on, and we showed nothing in the first half to even break Leicester down. So there you go. Young lad Naturi, I think he got found out this afternoon. I know it's only his second game, but forever passing backwards, or when he did try to take a player on, he got beat. Gave away another stupid penalty. That's 2 in 2, so it's quite consistent. Second half, we tried, we huffed, we puffed, but we didn't blow the house down, did we? There you go. 3 points lost. You could argue, but such is life. Onward and upward. International break now, which I totally disagree with. That's the 3rd already this season. Absolutely stupid, but there you go. Enjoy your week, or enjoy your 2-week break, guys. Watching Portugal, as I will be. So have a good couple of weeks and speak again soon. Cheers, guys.
Hey Dave, Aiden Purcell checking in from Waterloo, Ontario, Canada. Just finished watching Wolves lose to Leicester 1-0. Thoughts on the match, just an absolute dull affair. Obviously the penalty changed the entire complexion of the match. Frustrating to not attack more and create more, and because when we actually did that and actually pressed a little bit, you could see the chances that were created. That early little run by Neto should have been a sign of the way that we were going to play the match, but obviously the early penalty changed things. That's never a penalty to me, but I mean, it's the state of our game right now is not really the greatest, because that's never a penalty. They talk about arms being in a natural position. That's 1,000% a natural position. When you're putting your leg up, your arm's going to go up too. I don't know how he's supposed to get his arm out of the way when he's a yard and a half out of the way. It's absolutely it's a pathetic call. The fact that the referee goes over to VAR and looks at it in slow motion, not real time, tells you everything you need to know. Anyways, it's that's as much as that's the story of the match. It's another frustrating one for me because, like I said before, it's evident that we have the attacking ability and the ability to create chances, and we just don't show that consistently, and we don't press, and it's just super frustrating. One match, one half to the next. So, anyways, on to the next one. Still in a good spot. Got to get some some consistency in this team now. Super frustrating, but anyways, I'm going to sign off from here. I could just keep going on and on and on about it, saying the same things, but as you can see, the sun is shining. It is a unseasonably warm 20 degrees here today in November. Yes, 20 degrees in Canada in November. It's great. So I'm gonna get outside with my boys and enjoy this this lovely sunshine and kind of erase the memory of this one. So my local team, Toronto FC, is up for a potential supporters shield, which is the league trophy today. So hopefully our afternoon results are better than the morning were. Anyways, all the best to everybody. Stay safe out there. Cheers.
Thanks to everyone that's contributed for this one. Do you agree with their thoughts? If you do, or if you don't, leave yours in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this video and found it of value, please smash a like. And if you're brand new, hit the subscribe button. And if you've not already done it, hit the bell notifications, because you'll be first to be notified of any of my uploads. Until the next one, I'm Dazzling Dave. Always Wolves.